What's up, YouTube? It's FitzBro, and if you have been wondering where the pawns spawn on Ancient Spires, you have come to the right place. I was wondering the same question, so I threw open a single-player game and kept respawning the map and collected a few screenshots here so that we could study how the map generally spawns to get an idea of where to find these pawns. Now, this is really important on Ancient Spires, because going and getting those fishing boats up on the ponds is crucial to your early game success and helps you speed up your Dark Age water boom. Now, as you can see just from a first glance, all these maps spawn quite differently. So the first thing I'll tell you is there isn't an extremely consistent spawn on this map, just out of the gate, but I will share what I was able to determine. So let's take the top left here. If we take like the center line of the map, which is about like center line between the two players, which is kind of about here-ish, you will notice that if you were the blue player here, you could find a pawn by going kind of at a 45-degree angle in both directions from your TC. Now, this is something I've actually noticed throughout all of these. So if we look at the blue player, let's do kind of a similar thing, 45-degree angle. You're eventually going to hit a pawn in both directions here. Let's go over here, 45-degree angle. Going to hit a pawn in both directions, coming down here. Same kind of thing. And this is honestly the biggest thing I was able to find as far as how to guarantee you're going to hit water. Now, this is actually probably the worst one. You see, you would have to walk all the way down to here to reach that first pawn if you went left. So this would be the worst spawn. But in a majority of these, it does look like if you go off at this type of angle, you are likely to hit a pawn. So that would be my first word of advice, is scout off in a 45-degree angle from your town center, and you'll likely find a pawn. The other thing you will notice is that pawns generally spawn towards the center of the map. So going back to this first one here, if we consider this the center line mark, right, we'll do a little dotted line here. There's generally most of the pawns are concentrated towards the middle. Yes, there happen to be some stragglers off the edge. Let's take this one. This one, almost all of the pawns are off to the center. Of course, it could be uneven. Someone could end up with an extra pawn, right? This one, it's like almost dead center for all of these. This one is pretty center, but you get the idea. But in general, you're going to find something if you head towards the midpoint in the map. So the two words of advice I would have is go for a 45-degree angle. You're probably going to find a pawn. Aim for scouting that kind of center line between you and your opponent. And this also could be something where you consider, do you want to train in additional scout to help find the most ideal pawn? Because we didn't even discuss the deep water fish here, right? So in this map, for example, the blue player has one here, but the red has one in this back pawn. This first one, only the blue player has a deep water fish. This one, there appears to be two. Looks like there's two on this one, two on this one, and one here. So, not really much of a guarantee that you're going to find these, but that can help you a lot with speeding up your food income in the Dark Age. So in general, a challenging map still, as far as where do you go from the get-go. But hopefully this gives you a little more insight. Please, if you've liked this video, leave a comment below and consider subscribing to the channel. We're working here in 2022 towards 10,000 subscribers, and I greatly appreciate your guys' support. Okay, I'll see you in the next one.